they have a tendency that it's more of pass over people. Okay? And these two, the one of the I and the S, are what? People-oriented, yes. Sandali lang, medyo nag-calm. Hindi siya nag-calm.
Naka-amen, coach. Connect sa phone. Grabe talaga.
Baka maraming
Anyway,
gumagamit data.
I-press down, i-press lang ang touch keys. Yan lang.
The
Down,
Apple
yes.
Mac.
Okay. So, these are person-oriented. So,
Task
basically,
oriented sa taas.
they concern people more than the task. Okay? So, yung mindset nila is always to please people. That's the reason why ang steadiness are not prompt and they miss deadlines because they're more people-oriented. I have a co-worker sa school before.
Tama yung testimony ko
Ang coach, isang coach ko, is a very strong S na tao. So, he's very helpful. Kasi people-oriented siya, he's very helpful and everything. So, yung office ko kasi nasa 3rd floor, no? And then, when it's about noon time or afternoon, when we thought about, hey, mag-snacks tayo, he would offer. Ako na magbili, no? I'll go down and buy. So, 2:30, he will go down, get the money and buy. 4 o'clock, he came back.
Gayoy.
2.5 hours, ha? 3 floors lang, he came back without the snacks. Ano nangyari? Ay, tama, no? Kasi pagbaba niya, na-meet niya yung isang tao, kausap niya, and then baba, may isang tao na makausap niya, and he forgot all about the task. Kasi he's very relational, eh. These are good guidance counselors. They will sit down and listen and forget about their
Oy, parang hindi pwede yan Jerwin.
So there's a tendency na ganun yan. Like I said, tendency.
Sobrang bait, no?
Tendency. So yun ang steadiness. Yung dominance is medyo boss talaga yan. Wait, time's up. No?
Oy.
Wait, kulang ka ng oras. Yan, upload na ba? So, but he gets things done. Okay? Yung consensus is looking at how things can be done better. Yung medyo, yung mga quality nila, that's ang kanila. So, for planning, it's very good to have those people around.
Okay talaga yung ano namin.
Okay, so, the all four needs to work together because they have their own strength and weaknesses. And ang tendency kasi, no, very surprisingly, some of you have a combination of C and I or D and S, which is actually the direct opposite yan. Ang dominant D cannot stand the S. Task-oriented siya. He wants things done, and this is the kind of person that always cannot meet deadlines. So what will happen to the D? Gagalit, no? Unless he understands na S yan siya.
Ako yung 0 tsaka 1.
Ang S, okay.
Sa C tsaka sa S.
Yung sa S pala, maapektuhan natin yung productivity dyan, no? Kaya istorya pa, dugay na.
Well, that's like I said, maximize the strength and minimize your
Pero very
weaknesses.
supportive ka eh.
So while you are doing your strength, always bear in mind na yung weaknesses niyo dapat i-control niyo. So I also heard about a pastor who is a very strong S. So when they have meetings, when they have meetings sa church nila, the senior pastor is always having headache. Kasi he will not come on time. Definitely cannot come on time. He's not like 5 minutes late. He's like 1 hour or 2 hours late.
Ay!
Inana siya ng klase ng tao.
Sino raw? Si Coach?
I also had an opportunity to meet some of the coaches who are strong S.
Oh.
I set up a meeting with the person, and after 1 hour of our set meeting, he did not appear, and then he texted me, Pastor, pwede ba next time na lang? Kasi may something came up. So, that happened for 5 successive different possible meeting, appointment namin.
Oy.
And out of the 5, 3 of those, siya pa nag-plan sa meeting.
Oy.
And then, finally, on the 6th time, he was not there after 1 hour. And then when I texted him, he says na nandito ako. So I went to him. Then the meeting was successful.
Oh.
But knowing that he's that kind of person, I realized na strong S siya. No, strong S. So we adjust to their He's unconscious kasi siya sa strength and weaknesses niya. So ganun yun.
So, question, Pastor. All those, the disc team, do they have the same exposure on management or?
You see, the thing is this. Relate to your question. An I can be strong today, but because of very strong exposure to a D or to an S, he could change. Kasi itong personal style ito, sometimes is influential to others eh. So we might not be I, but we learn to be I. Or we may not be D, and we learn to be D because of exposure and constant.
Pero possible
That-
rules na nila,
That's what I am
yung D cannot stand the S.
Yeah, unless he understands the S and then we'll work with him,
Okay.
maximize your strength and minimize your weaknesses.
Okay.
Kasi possible na S ka tapos second mo D.
Very rare. Kasi
Very
opposite kasi yan eh. Same thing with this one, very rare.
So because of the exposure,
Mayroon
mayroong
you can catch.
Pwede
Because of the exposure, pwede mangyari.
Yun, oo.
Kaya,
Kasi yan sa akin, D kasi yung ano ko eh. Second.
pero coach,
Kaya sometimes lumalabas ng pagiging. Hindi niya ako. Joke lang.
to add-
Dominance nga.
to add, yung personality traits kasi cannot be changed. Like if you're talkative, you're talkative. That's not gonna change. Those are things you cannot change. If you're quiet, you're quiet. But there are traits there that we answered that can be changed. Like aggressiveness, patience. As you grow and become confident in the things you're doing, as you grow older in leadership, you can transition from, kaya mayroon kang D kasi you've developed certain areas, but personality-wise, hindi talaga mababago yun. So you will remain an introvert as an introvert. Although the leadership can change, the leadership traits na ibang mga bagay. But,
Yeah, at a certain point, tama si Claude, no? Pero like I said, we are God's people, and unless God works in us, wala talaga, hindi talaga tayo change. The only way that we change is God working in our lives, no? So I have seen introverts who later on did not become extrovert, pero at least he is better than yung usual introvert niya. No? So, like what Claude says, you cannot totally change to the opposite, but you will learn to become a better
yes.
one. Parang mapunta ka sa middle.
Yeah.
Pero how come ng S, which is kami, nasa introvert side, which is
Because usually S are very quiet, actually. So, you become S might not be your original personal style. You could have learned to be S because of probably working circumstances and things like that.
Kasi binags ka ba? Pag binags ka ng isang, you are in a place, pumasok ka sa seminaryo. The training is to be quiet.
Wala kang choice.
You are talkative, but you have no choice.
So, you learn to be quiet.
But you're not, yeah, you just have to adapt to it. But it's not really.
Just look at it as like this. Yung strong na isan dyan, no, could be our fallen nature. And we need God to change us to become a better person. So when we maximize our strength, allowing God to work in our lives, it doesn't matter if you are introvert, extrovert, person-oriented, or task-oriented. You allow God to work in your life. And your personality, personal style will change to be better, to glorify Him.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to relate with people better. You know, for a D cannot stand an S, with God's help, he can be patient with the S.
I love you, Coach.
Ganun yun.
So,
Be patient with
yung that will be dependent on the kind of environment you are in.
Not only that, but it's more of dependent on God's on willingness to let God change us.
I cannot stand
Because I observe when I'm with my friends, I'm like a tactless person. Wala salita because they know me, we know them, I know them, and then eventually if I am with this group, I'm limited. I use the right words.
careful, careful.
Yeah, careful. So that's an
That's
environment.
an example of the situation change your personal style.
Ayun, oh, yun.
Yes. As you grow,
When you're
Coach, diba? As
flexibility.
you grow
Taller.
taller.
And like I said, no one personality is bad, and no one personality is better.
Yes.
And we do not study this to
Brand.
you
To
know,
brand ourselves.
to brand people as well. But rather, by knowing that the personal style of that person is like that, knowing their strength and their weaknesses, we become more patient about their weaknesses,
Aware.
and we try to maximize their strength.
Ay, sorry, Jerwin, ha? Sorry. So, hindi ko sinasadya. Nabitaw lang talaga ako.
ganyan ka naman.
Okay.
Okay.
So, any more questions? I hope this will help you, and
Yeah,
as
very
well.
much.
And then, if you have a team, you can work with
It's,
the okay.
Yeah.
Test the teachers.
So, this will be the
Saan ka
start.
dyan, Coach?
Me, I'm DI.
Pareho tayo.
I'm a DI. But before, I'm more of an ID.
ID.
Then I learned to be DI because of a lot of situations. And I'm learning to be S as well.
Flexibility. Yeah.
You know, we can also don't put yourself in a cage like say I'm C or I'm S, so hindi na ako pwede magiging iba.
Isa-isa
Yeah.
lang ang ano sa
You can try to learn your strength because it could be helpful sa ministry.
Yes.
Okay?
Level 6, 5,
Yeah.
5 yung ano.
Any questions?
The question will be, once we get together, ito si S, andyan, ano man?
Kaya nga,
Ito
huwag
si D.
mag-branding eh!
Si D, andyan si D.
DI, si DI.
Si D ay.
Okay.
Dance is
Blunder break and then we'll have Kim come.
Okay.